October. Drewski is fucking me over. All I got is Halloween 1 on VHS. And everybody's gonna come in here wanting to rent Halloween movies, and this dickface has them all. Fucking with my wallet, Drewski. Oh, hello, internet fans. Welcome to 3B Video. I'm your host, Rotten Roger DeMarco. And today, especially since it's October and I can't recommend Halloween movies to you, we're gonna recommend some other October staples. So today, we're talking about Steve Latshaw's 1995 film, Jacko. All right, this is on the lower end of October staple cinema, but I fucking love this movie and we gotta talk about it. So here is your plot synopsis. Jacko, the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin man, comes to this town to kill a little boy named Sean Kelly, because he is the direct descendant of the enemies of Jacko. So he's bumping off the bloodline. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. But before we get into my overall thoughts of this film, first, let's take a look at
Rocket Rogers! Splatter facts.
We have 10 dead bodies. We have 4 titties. We have a dream within a dream, nursery rhyme reciting, 1 haunted garage, gratuitous breast soaping, John Carradine stock footage, accidental resurrection, 1 random Brink Stevens sighting, and gratuitous fog machine. The methods of death include but are not limited to off-screened, fucking strikes again, throat slash, sliced, gutted, electrocution, decapitation, and impaled. Okay, so now on to my overall thoughts of this movie. Again, like I said, this is the lower end of Halloween horror films, October-based horror films, but it has a few redeeming factors. This movie is super cheesy, campy fun. This is in that same catalog of Fred Olen Ray films, although he did not direct this, but he is attached to this. So you're gonna get the same production value as a Fred Olen Ray film. On the lower budget with random scream queens being naked, especially Linnea Quigley in this film. Those are 2 real important reasons that you should see this movie. This is the perfect film to kick off your October 31 days of horror or whatever. It will get you in the mood for Halloween because the one thing that this movie does right is kind of nail the atmosphere of October. So it's cold, it's windy, and all the hokey, cheesy Halloween props and parents making haunted houses that are terrible and all the good stuff. This has always been a staple in my house around this time. It's a fun, campy slasher movie with a super cool looking villain, actually. And that's a tough thing to pull off, and this movie might have done a lot of things wrong, but it nails the look of the killer. He's a very tall, scarecrow-esque, pumpkin-headed monster. And the pumpkin design is cool and it glows, and he uses a scythe or a sickle or whatever you want to fucking call those things. This is one of those movies that's extremely quotable. Laugh out loud funny, unintentionally laugh out loud funny. It's one that you can watch with your buddies and quote for days. I don't know how many times when I watch this movie I have to loop a very specific scene.
Scared the hell out of him. Scared the hell out of him.
And I mean, when a movie is called Jacko, right, you know what you're getting into. This is a 7-foot-tall, scarecrow, pumpkin-headed monster. You're not settling in to be oohed and awed. You're settling in to laugh, have a good time, and just maybe get some of those Halloween vibes. This is a fun hour-and-a-half, stupid movie that will make you laugh uncontrollably. You cannot watch this movie and have a bad time. But we do have a solid body count, and the gore effects are slightly above average. They're not anything to write home about. It's not gonna blow you away with the gore or the acting. In fact, some of the acting is atrocious, but I think it's okay when it comes to this movie because, again, this is a popcorn horror film. I do have to say that one thing about this movie that strikes me as odd, which is a trope in all horror movies. Why is it when a nubile young woman is showering, there's never a shower curtain? I understand. It's so the camera can fit in the room. I understand that, but as a homeowner, all I'm thinking is that basement is getting soaked. You're ruining the house, Linnea. You're ruining it. Even a clear shower curtain. Maybe that wasn't in her contract. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Sticks out to me all the time. All these ladies, and they always stand very funny. You ever notice that when it comes to, yeah, it's a side, they're sideways. They've got one knee out so you can't see their bush. You get a side butt, and it's the boobs open, the butt's open, and it lasts very long. It's gratuitous. And trust me, I have nothing against it. Does your left butt cheek really need soaped for 45 seconds on camera? How many of you soap your left butt cheek for 45 seconds? Let me know in the comments. What is going on? That's a weird thing. Am I alone in that? I don't know. I bring this up all the time when I talk about a slasher, how they have to have a specific look, a specific set of rules, specific weaknesses, backstories, all of these things. And this movie almost nails them. We have a backstory, we have a cool look. He has weaknesses, but it's not ever really fleshed out too much. All we really know is, since he is an unholy scarecrow man, scarecrow warlock thing, that crosses bother him. So, okay, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, crosses, all right, gotcha. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, in my personal opinion, this movie is 100% popcorn as fuck because it's enjoyable for all of its campy reasons. It's enjoyable for the bad acting, which 9 times out of 10 you don't want bad acting in a movie, but there is a rare occasion where the bad acting is welcome because the bad acting is fun and the bad acting fits what you're watching. This is that movie. It's so campy. It's hilarious. It has a decent body count. It has Linnea Quigley taking a shower for a fucking hour, it feels like. It's one of those movies that makes you feel like a kid. It makes you laugh and have a good time. And that's why I always like to kick off my October with this movie, because I want to get in that headspace of Halloween. I want to just be ready to let the leaves fall and the cold weather to come in and all of that stuff. And this is usually how I start my season. So it is popcorn as fuck because it's a silly, fun movie about a killer pumpkin man. So if you haven't seen Jacko and I have piqued your interest with nude Linnea Quigley or a giant killer pumpkin man, click the link in the description and get a copy of Jacko today. But I suppose I should probably get going because after all, there's a lot of movies out there and somebody's got to watch them, so why not me? And now I got to figure out how to fucking stretch one copy of Halloween for all of my customers. Maybe I can dub it and print out boxes. 66 copies of Halloween coming up. Evil, we got shit to do. Oh, and if you're still here, you know what you can do? You can go to our Teespring store and you can get shirts like this, our certified 100% popcorn as fuck shirt, just like this.